Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here again for our weekly angel reading for September 24th through the 30th, 2012. And so we've had a really great week. The archangels, working with the archangels in our angel meditations. So I don't know if you've all been able to see them, but if you would go to the Angel School channel, we did a whole week of angel meditations, and the angels had guided me to do this for this week because they were getting a sense that we needed a little bit more support and helping us to learn how to ground ourselves and to make use of meditation. There's so many elements in meditation that are very important for us in our daily lives that we can begin to incorporate that aspect of meditation into our lives. And we can't always sit still and close our eyes and focus on our breath or focus on intention, but we can learn to observe more, and meditation puts us in a place where we're learning to be more observant. Instead of engaging ourselves, we observe and we listen, we pay attention, and also we also learn in meditation when to plug in and when not to plug in. We learn how to focus on the big picture instead of focusing on the little details that create that our ego can sometimes use to distract us or use to create through like worry and things like this. So, and that's when sometimes we feel overwhelmed because there's too many details that we're focusing on. And we learned in our meditation yesterday that joy is our purpose. So if you just can't seem to figure out that detail of where you should be going in your purpose, know that in the big picture of the universe, everyone's purpose is joy. And that may not sound like a lot to you right now, but that is huge. It's huge, because what does joy create? Well, joy creates the highest potential for all of us. If we apply joy as our life purpose in every area of our lives, and that we try to find alignment with that, just think about the possibilities of what that aspect of your life is going to now look like. Think about how big of a picture, how broad a perspective of life do you now hold for yourself, and not only for yourself but the world. And so we also learn that by reflecting inwardly through meditation, we become aware of the inner world of our soul and our real true connection with our higher self. And so we then make a deep connection with our personal truth, with our personal power. And so when we are taking those elements throughout our day in meditation and bringing them to our world, first of all, we're now focused presently, not on the past or the future. And as we're going through the day, we can begin to make choices. So that's part of your power. And that may not sound like a lot either, but the ability to choose by having an intention, or when you wake up in the day, what is the big picture that you're going to focus on in your day? Because if you set the intention, and if you set the tone for the big picture of your day, and remember, as one of my teachers always says, the highest vibration rules the day. If you're holding that big picture and that's your choice for the day, everyone else is going to attune themselves towards that. Of course, you got to believe in your big picture, and that's very important with manifestation of any kind. You have to believe. You have to know what you know and believe what you believe, and don't let your ego get in the way and create any form of doubt for you. So what the angels have been saying about this week coming is that, to keep trusting your intuition, because you're right on the mark about your life purpose. Also to focus, again, just what I just said before, focus on the big picture of joy, and don't focus on the ego's details and distractions about worrying about this, or don't even let expectations become a tool that the ego can manipulate. So we know that the universe focuses on the general picture, the broad picture, the highest frequency picture, possibilities, potential that is possible for you in that very given moment. And so what we just want to do is they want you to stay tuned to that. Stay tuned to that and let go of what you think is best for you, and trust the universe to know what's best for you more and more. So trust was a big thing, because there are changes. We all know we're going through these changes, and we have to trust. It's so important. It sounds like I'm saying something that isn't very new, but the thing is that it's those things that we've always known to be true that we really have to allow in. So trust, and it may feel like you're crawling right now, they're saying, but focus on the big picture and focus on the blessings and of the changes that are happening in your life right now with gratitude, and see the blessings and the abundance that is there for you. So let's take a look at the first card for this week and see what the angels. We're using the daily guidance oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, and let's see what our angels have to say to us for the first part of the week, Monday, Tuesday. And the card says child, and you can see the angel is sitting there with a child in her arms, and she's caressing the child, and really she's touching the ring of the halo that's above the child's head. And so it's what I'm getting is from that is to pay attention to the loving thoughts from the universe, from your angels and your guides this week, as you sit on this you're sitting on the steps and of your own life, and just looking out at where you've come from, the stages. Those steps, they're telling me, represent the stages and the steps that you've taken and that you're going to take, and to just listen and continue to listen to the nurturing of your angels and all around you. And the card says that you care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. So I get a sense that we need to, this is not only about your inner child as well, and that's the work that we've been doing to create more time and space for your own inner child. This is still very important to get a sense of knowing who you are, okay, and paying attention to any of the things, observing what the ego of your inner child, those old wounds, I guess is the word is coming up, the old wounds that you've been walking around with, and that they've been running your life and keeping you from experiencing the joy that is and the love that is really a part of your life. And so continue to journal. But also I'm getting a sense too that we need to help, especially those of you who have families, that you need to help your children through this time of change as well. As you're going through changes and you're dealing with your own inner child, your child is your own child, the children around you that are being affected by this energy as well. And so how can you help them to find ease with what's going on? Our children are very sensitive, and so they need our nurturing and care. So let's also give some of our wisdom and the love that we've been getting for ourselves, and help them as well to deal with these changes. So include them on some of what you've been learning, and introducing your children to getting them outside and activities, and also teaching them some of the spiritual values that you've been learning and meditating, etc. And so let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week for Wednesday and Thursday. And it's very interesting. There's a lot of water in the pictures so far. So there's a sense that I'm getting from the angels about cleansing, all right? That we need to do some kind of cleansing here, and clearing our homes, the energy in our homes. Remember, you can ask the Archangel Michael to vacuum and clear the energy of your home. You can also clear the energy of your home with roses, and essential oils. So if I'm also getting to think something about clutter. So if you find that you have clutter in your home, this may be a good project too to do with your children, as well as is to declutter your home, and invite your children and do this with your children as an activity actually, and talk to them about the need to detox, and to keep not only their bodies and your body, all of our bodies, clear with healthy, vibrating foods, but also our environments and in our home and in our world. And so this could be very cleansing for your whole family, and on all different levels. And the card says, "The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns." So then again, and also I'm getting a sense too that you may want to do again some, if you can't go to an ocean and swim in that sea salt water, then take a sea salt bath. Doesn't have to be anything expensive. Sea salt is just the sea salt from your store, and allow that to cleanse you as well. So it looks like there's a lot of cleansing going on, as I said, of the inner self, and your and your environment. And let's take a look at the card for the weekend. Okay. And the card says, "Time to go." Wow. So this was kind of the message from with Archangel Ariel, where it says, you're ready to spread your wings. So the card says, "The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle." Time to go. Let's just take a moment, just tune in to see what the angels are referring to here. And so what I'm seeing is that what they're showing me is a journal that your journal again, or maybe something you were reading, and that you've gotten some ideas, and you've gotten some ground from this, and you can continue to do this. This should be something you should do every day, to journal, because the answers and the steps will be revealed to you as you're writing, because your mind is in a state of least resistance, and you're just allowing. And this is when the angels can really get some ideas across to you. So the thing is that we're definitely in the sunrise and the sunsets and the sunrises of our lives right now. As they said to me before, this is a period of out with the old and in with the new. So there's that sense again, and also that we need to begin to see our lives through love, through that unconditional love. We're shifting from seeing the world through our fears and experiencing the world through our fears, and now we want to shift to seeing the world through our highest potential, seeing the world through our purpose as joy. And so over the weekend, I get a sense too that, if you are going to go, maybe you want to take a little small trip somewhere, to get away for the whole family, and for you to just get out of your environment and get a new perspective, get some fresh air, and then come back. And maybe it's a day trip. You just go somewhere. These kind of things are refreshing, because sometimes when we're in our same place, we feel stuck and that energy. And so just to go somewhere else sometimes helps us to see how much we have, or it gives us a chance to be grateful for what is possible in the world through when we observe all the joy that is being created through others in the world. When you are viewing other people's success, or the success of creation itself, this gives us a new perspective. So during the weekend, there's a sense of movement, and that maybe you are going to act upon something, and you're going to really, what I get is a sense that this is going to be a week of really clearing and getting things organized in your thoughts, in your mind, in your soul, and making that connection and being ready to just clear the way. So what we want to do is to continue to just pay attention this week to your guidance from your angels, and remember, whatever they give you, don't get caught up on expecting it to look a certain way. Just be open to the big picture that they present to you. And it may, like I said, it may not seem like it's answering your questions or your concerns directly, but it is the step that's going to solve more than what you're asking for, because they see like the whole picture of what needs to shift in order for you to have the joy that you're wanting. And so pay attention to your guidance from your angels and follow it. Don't question it. Don't think to yourself, oh, did I get that from them? Just know that you received it, breathe, and go with it. And clear your energy. This really detox by decluttering the home, with looking at your diet and making improvements there, in terms of exercise, and really get a sense of the big picture. If you've been sitting in a lot, get out and go, get out of that environment, and so that you can get a sense of relief, so you can look at things from a different perspective. And so we're going to, if you haven't, again, checked out our angel meditations, those, I would like for you to keep, playing those meditations as often as you need them, and try to now incorporate the meditations in your own life and have your own meditation. Create a sacred space, and that's another thing I'm getting from the cards too. Create a sacred space in your environment for you that will allow you to a place where you can meditate, where you can feel grounded, and that will help center you, so that when you feel like you're losing your perspective and your doubts and your egos getting at you again and chewing away at your dreams, that you can find an oasis for yourself and to reconnect. And also, like I said, if for your children and your family, try to bring them in on this as well, and teach them and have them find a sacred space for themselves. And it could look, for children, things could look very different, what's sacred. So you can be very creative and teach them to be very creative about that for themselves. And so we're sending you so much love and angel blessings. And I really hope you all have a wonderful and beautiful week. And remember to focus on joy. Focus on joy. Until next week.